So we're going to be talking about responding to positive and negative reviews. Now, as a new business owner, you might get a negative review and then all of a sudden you go, "Oh, I need to respond right away, tell this person they're wrong." But you may realize later on that you might see something that you regret, but it's also on the internet forever. So that's the reason why I created this lesson specifically. But we're going to talk about both responding to positive and negative reviews. So the first reason why you should respond to positive and negative reviews is that people like seeing responses from owners for reviews. It gives a sense to people that the owners care. So it goes a long way, even if someone writes a positive review and you say something as simple as "thank you," that's enough because it gives people the sense that you are monitoring your business. It gives a sense that you care about what people think about your business, and it just goes a long way. It's good PR for you. So for positive reviews, a simple example like "thank you for your review. We are happy that you had a great experience with us" is enough. You could go write a lengthy one if you like. You can thank someone, but it's unnecessary. You just want to keep it straightforward, professional. So that's my recommendation. But here's why we have this lesson here. It's specifically for negative reviews. So my first tip is do not fight fire with fire because in the end, you probably will not win. And the reason for that is because the more you respond negatively back to someone, the more negatively they're going to respond back to you. And it's just going to be a never ending loop. And basically, what's going to happen is it's on Yelp, it's public, and so many people are going to see it and they're going to screenshot it. And you never know. It might end up on the news someday. It might just be engraved somewhere on another website forever. And it just damages your brand. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But if you do want to respond to a negative review, take a day to cool down. Just relax. Sometimes, yes, they can say some really harmful stuff. But the more you get used to receiving positive and negative reviews, the more eventually down the line you're going to be like, okay, well, maybe I can learn something from this, and it just becomes less harmful because you're getting used to it. But I can understand like the first or second negative review that comes in, you get really upset and you want to respond right away. So the first thing you want to do is attempt to resolve the issue first. So if someone posts something very negative, just say something as simple as, "We apologize that you had a poor experience at our location. Please reach out to us and we will help solve this and make it right." Even if the customer was wrong in leaving the review. Even if, let's say, for example, they leave a review, you didn't do anything wrong. Instead of arguing back, just show people that you are attempting to solve the issue regardless of what happened. Now, the worst case, don't respond at all. Just leave the review and just let it sit there. It's not going to harm you if you are continuously working on getting positive reviews. Eventually, those 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives are just going to blend in, and it's just going to make your Yelp page look like a normal Yelp page. And remember, as I just mentioned earlier, there are many eyes on your business, and leaving a response that is unfavorable can damage your brand. So if someone left a negative review and they're unhappy about something, instead of like trying to solve it and then you become defensive about it, well, other people that are trying to do business with you, they're going to go, "Well, what if I have an issue with them and this is how they respond back to me? I don't want to do business with them." So you're going to be turning off a bunch of potential clients or customers. So I'll give you an example over here. On the left, here's a risky response, right? So a person left a negative review, and over here, the business owner said, "And I'm not worried because if you came back, I kicked you out again." So you're now kind of telling people that you may be abusing your authority. You're kicking people out, because they're unhappy with your service, right? So that's not something you want to say. Now, of course, we've seen articles online where like people praise these type of owner responses, but I can almost assure you that 9 out of 10 times they are not favorable for the business. There's that one time where people go, "Oh, the owners kicked back and respond and defended their business. We praise them," but that's very rare. So on the right over here, you'll see what a good response is, right? So they left, a decently negative response is not too bad. But instead of taking it to heart, the owner goes, "We are sorry the food did not meet your expectations. We sent you a direct message and we can make things right." So you are showing your audience, the customers, clients, that if something goes wrong or if they're not happy with your business, you're willing to do something about it. And in turn, people will look at this review and be like, "Oh, well, it doesn't seem that bad. It was just like an issue that the this customer had with them." So these are just examples. There's obviously extreme cases too, but my only advice is if you get something that's really, really damaging, just relax, take the time to, think it out and give a proper response that will not damage your brand. And it doesn't hurt to have someone like a friend or family member review what you're going to say just to make sure that in the eyes of customers and clients that it's not bad. So that's the lesson for today. And the reason I specifically have this is because I've seen poor responses from business owners in the past that has ended up damaging their brand, and you don't want to do that.